welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're taking a look at the Black Ember Grip Sling 9 litre. Now, this is a really well-made sling bag. If you're a street photographer or you're traveling and you want a really robust, weatherproof sling bag, then this is 100% something that you should consider. So we're going to take a look around the outside. We're going to take a look at the bag's features. It has a really nice padded shoulder strap, and it has these custom buckles. So you've got the Black Ember logo on there. So all adjustments on this strap here are metal. There's metal there. And then if we look on the corners of the bag, we have a little pivot point. And then we can also remove these straps. So you just have a little pouch you can carry around via this top handle. But it's substantial enough if you want to carry that around on its own. So having a look on the outside here, we have this weather sealed zipper. By the way, these are YKK zippers, and yeah, all laser cut. And then we have this tag on the end here with a hole in it. And that is their little security system. So you can pull that through there, like so, and that will just give a little bit more security to your bag when maybe you have this slung over your back and it's out of sight, and it will make it just a little bit more difficult to get into that front pocket should someone attempt to. And then it's really easy just to pull that back through and undo that zip. Now, before we go into that front pocket, we do have some attachments here and these laser cut details here, and this is for an additional strap which you could use to sling a tripod underneath here or a jacket or something, but they're additional and they're available on the website. There is a little bit of an overhang here, and this is an expansion piece of fabric, and this fabric, by the way, is really durable. You can hear that. This is their Embertex fabric, and it's just incredibly durable. As I said, completely weatherproof. This will take a real downpour because the main zipper also is weather sealed. And yeah, I think if you are out in the rain or extreme weather, then this is probably going to be the bag that will help you protect your gear. Right, moving into the front pocket, let's have a look inside here. So very simplistic. We have a little divider in the middle here, and that's padded also. And then we have their Fidlock key lanyard system. So this is a magnet or magnetic system, and that locks in nice and tight like that. So you put your keys on there, and that's really easy to undo and do up again. So I really like that system by Fidlock. I'll come back to that front pocket in a bit. We'll do some gear fits, and I'll show you what we can fit in there. But that little bit of extra fabric under here, this expansion, gives you a much better front pocket. And I think out of all the slings I've reviewed recently, this gives one of the biggest front pocket areas that I've seen. So let's come back to that in a second. Right, going into the main pocket. Before we do that, we'll just look at these tags on the zipper here. So we have a double zip, and we have the branded zippers again, YKK zippers. And again, you can lock these off if you so choose for an extra bit of security. So that will lock in nice and tight like that. I think it's a good little system. Instead of having to physically lock your bag all the time, it just makes it that bit more difficult to get into it. Now, just quickly, on the back of the bag, there is no additional pocket. We've just got a little bit of a padded back here. And again, this nylon and very durable. Opening up main compartment, a really substantial 9 litre sling bag. We have some branding on the back there. And then we have a pocket in this side. No additional pockets inside there. And on the back of the bag here, we have a little magnetic iPad pocket, and we can fit in here 12.9-inch iPad Pro. And let's try and squeeze that in here. So that will go in to the iPad pocket at the back perfectly. You're not going to fit anything bigger than a 12.9 iPad. So that's just to show you the fit. You can get, and I do have it, a additional camera cube to go inside the bag. So this is the camera cube, and I will give you a link to this on their website. So very simplistic again. Got a couple of dividers, Velcro, the usual kind of system with the dividers. Got front pockets, which again is a nice addition. So you can put your batteries in these, and then you've got a little bit more space here for cables, etc. Now, opening up the sling bag and inserting this, very easy. Push that down into the bag, real no-brainer. That is the camera cube in the bag. In terms of gear fitting, what do I have? So I have my Fujifilm X-E5. This has the 13 to 33mm, a little zoom in here. So this is really good travel setup, and this will fit into this compartment nice and easily. You do have obviously a lot more space and you could probably move that divider across a bit more because there is quite a lot of space around the camera inside there. But in this little section here, I put my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So if I'm doing any filming when I'm out, as you can see, there's a little bit more space here, so you could slide something else into that compartment. When I'm out and about, I do like to carry a water bottle with me. So I have this 17-ounce water bottle. I normally have it in the sling like so. If you look at it this way around, obviously it protrudes out the top. But when you zip up the bag like so, you're nice and locked in like that. I don't mind that. I think that works really well. Of course, you've got lots of space for additional lenses, and you can put other things like an iPad mini I have here into maybe the front here, or if you wanted to put it behind there, you could do, well, obviously that could go into the iPad pocket at the back. You could, in theory, fit that iPad mini, yes you can, into the front pocket. So yeah, that works incredibly well. This is a really great sling bag if you're looking for something for your travel or street photography, and I highly recommend it based on its durability. I will leave a link in the description of where you can get this from and all the accessories you can get for it. So I hope you found it interesting. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and ring that bell if you'd like to be notified of future videos. There's going to be lots more coming soon, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.